Okay, we got another episode, my opinion, my thoughts and my opinions of episode Scar Tissue from the hit show From. If you haven't seen this, it's on MGM Plus. Subscribe. You will not be disappointed by this show. Now, before we get into this, I first like to state this. In the comment section, I only want people that are really diehard From fans who want to know the secrets of Fromville. Be polite, not only to the people in the comment section, but also if you want to share some theories or your opinion about the From universe or the episodes, please do so. Anything else, I'm still doing videos on entertainment as well as sports. I got 2 videos coming up later on this week with Angel Reese and Shaquille O'Neal and the Little Dirk situation. All right. So I got videos for my regular subscribers, but to my new subscribers out there, welcome. Subscribe. Do not be disappointed. Just subscribe and enjoy. All right. So season 3, episode 6, titled Scar Tissue. Fatima and Ellis Ellis, I butcher names on a consistent basis. They make a big decision about their pregnancy. Boyd fears for the future of his family. Tension rises in the Matthews household. Randall opens up to, I think her name is Marielle. I butcher people's names, about his fears. All right. So I watched it. I had to watch it 2 or 3 times, and also checked out what was going on in Discord, checking out everyone else's theories in these YouTube streets. First and foremost, everyone was talking about last week's episode, how that Polaroid scene where the 2 teenagers took pictures down in the basement, and people thought that the picture that the boy was hiding from the Matthew daughter, they felt like that picture was going to be a picture of her, or maybe that ghost that's haunting the guy. And I told you guys last week, I didn't feel nothing was going to happen in that particular scene. I still gave a theory, but the most part, I said to myself, I don't think anything's going to continue from that scene. But the Polaroid was involved in today's episode. Now, I'm not going to talk about the episode because I don't want to spoil it for anyone else out there. I will make a separate video. I give people like 2 or 3 days of watching it if they're interested in it. Before I start, breaking everything down, particularly what happened in that episode. But this is mainly going to be my thoughts and my opinions about it. All right. So first things first. Boy fears for his future and his family. All right. So everyone knows Boy has a son, and his son got Fatima. They have some weird names in this show, but hey, I digress. He got her pregnant. Something was going on in the pregnancy, and I talked about last week how there was an ambulance that made it to the Fromville town, carrying some new people, some new contestants. One of them made it. The other 2, R.I.P. to those 2 individuals. Okay, but they used the equipment in the ambulance to find out what's going on with the baby. Now, I'm not going to spoil anything, spoil milk. You have to watch the episode for yourself. And that, to me, shed a lot of light to me. And I'm trying to talk around this subject about the people that are in this town. And I have a lot of theories about the people in the town. I will talk a little bit further later on in this video about my thoughts and my opinions about that. Tension rises in the Matthew house, okay? The wife and the husband, they argued, and it escalated. And there was some old wounds about their relationship, about them getting a divorce and things of that nature. All right. So, you know, they clashed in their home, and that left some decisions the day after they argued. I'm not going to go into full details about that. You have to check that out for yourself. Randall opens up to Marielle, Melissa. I butcher people's names. I've been known to butcher people's names, okay? In real life and in character, in fantasy, okay? First and foremost, Randall is a unique character. And I'm not saying that it's the actor's fault, and I'm not saying that it was written that way. Maybe it was written that way. But Randall is like a one-dimensional character, all right? He's very stoic. He's, very stubborn. He's not very communicative. He's not a sociable person. Let's put it that way. And it takes a while for him to wear on you until eventually he starts to talk. Now, we all know people like this, in our real lives. That one person at work that really doesn't talk and, is not very sociable. But, after, you're working with them or whatever, and they get comfortable, they begin to start talking to you. And I felt like this particular episode, Randall started, talking, communicating more and expressing. It wasn't like he wasn't talking, but he was expressing his thoughts, his opinions, started displaying his emotions. That particular episode, he was not very one-dimensional. He wasn't a mystery, all right? So, that was good to see from Randall, because I'm going to be honest with you, the way how this was going, I thought Randall was going to be another casualty in the From universe. I didn't think he was going to manage, it wasn't going to make it through this season, all right? So that was my thoughts and opinion about that, okay? So, what I thought, okay? I'm going to give you guys what I thought. It's kind of hard to, go into full details. But when you talk about, when you talk about Tabitha and Jim Matthews, let's talk about them first and get them on out of the way. When you talk about Tabitha and Jim, I felt like, we got to know this couple a lot more. Of course, last season, they gave us a very limited bio on their relationship and why they took the road trip. It seems like they're trying to make things work in their relationship, but it seems like Tabitha, I think Jim more so than Tabitha, they had put walls in front of them. And, before they came to Fromville, they was on the cusp of possibly having a divorce. It was mentioned that they was going to have a divorce, but I really thought that Tabitha and Jim was going to work it out, but I think they was going to work it out half-heartedly, okay? That's what I got from the situation. Also, in this episode, Donna, she, if you didn't see, I'm pretty sure you've seen last week's episode, she placed a memorial where Dale passed, and when in that moment, you started seeing some clarity of her relationship with her and Dale, because last season and then the season before that, it just seemed like Donna and Dale was at each other's throats, like they couldn't stand each other. Dale was a whining crybaby, and Donna couldn't tolerate it. But you started to see an emotional. Donna had an emotional interest in Dale. I don't think they were in a relationship. I don't think they were best friends, but I thought they was very cordial and they respected one another. But you started seeing Donna start to show emotions towards Dale that we didn't see in last season. Okay, so you got that with that. Also, I did not know the actress that plays Donna. Donna, and the actor that plays Dale. They are a real life couple. Okay, so that's food for thought if you're interested in that, or maybe not. Victor and his father, they went on a journey. Went on a journey. I can't tell you exactly what they got, but they went on a journey, and they went into the caves, and they got something. But Victor's father was very scared of being in those caves, but he wasn't scared because he was scared of the monsters. He was scared at the fact that he was going to lose Victor all over again. So that was that in that. So Kenny, went to his old mother's house, and she passed in this season, passed horribly. And Kenny went back there to try to, feel the vibes of his mother. And, the Matthews has completely changed the household. The house is unrecognizable to Kenny, because things are misplaced and things of that nature. So Kenny went to Donna about a decision. I'm not going to go into that decision. You have to go check out the video for yourself. Okay. Now, Elias and Fatima, we talked about their, pregnancy. I would like to go into full details about this, but like I said, out of respect of people who haven't watched the episode yet, I want to give people a couple of days before I, gravitate into it. Okay. Julia Matthews, the daughter, she's giving me the vibes of, she's coming to the realization that they're not going to leave this town. And she's giving me the vibe that she's starting to act like a familiar character of oh my God, I forgot his name that fast. That got scarred up. Randall. She's starting to give me Randall vibes. She's really giving me Randall vibes. She wants to be a loner. She wants to be by herself. Julia only really communicates with, I forgot the guy in question. Here he is. Elgin. She really only communicates with him a lot more. Now, of course, she communicates a lot more with Victor and Kenny, but she's starting to build a relationship with Elgin. All right. And she just got this feeling about, hey, we're not going to leave this place. There's no sense of us acting like there's any hope of leaving this. We're all just going to die here. That's pretty much how her mental position is and the situation that they find themselves in. Okay, so there you have it. Now, I'm going to give you guys my thoughts and my opinions. I got a lot of crazy theories, and I just want to, talk about these crazy theories I have. One in particular are about the trees, okay? So, the bottle trees. The bottle trees have the same information. They just are written differently. They're not positioned differently. And they're just numbers. A lot of people feel like they're like coordinates. A lot of people feel like they're addresses. I feel like these numbers, and I used to be on the theory and on the side of, okay, these are coordinates for some place, and these coordinates are going to help them get out of this town. Okay. I thought that too. But after yesterday's episode, and when and when he had the encounter with Tom, Tom was trying to tell him you would figure this out more if you wasn't so drunk. And maybe, maybe these numbers, these bottle trees are, your idealism about how important these bottle trees are. Maybe these bottle trees are not as important as you think. And you would probably recognize that if you wasn't so drunk. That's what Tom said to I forgot his name. I do apologize. I butcher people's names. It's hard to memorize all these names. But to me, he had a moment of clarity there. Just a smidge of clarity there. And I had a moment myself. And my theory about the bottle trees are, I don't think that these numbers are coordinates. I don't think these numbers are dates in time. I don't even think these numbers are addresses. I do feel like these numbers mean something important only for the bottle tree. Okay, which we can all agree on. So I don't know what. Until I get some more information, I don't really want to travel down this road. But I don't think it means what we all think it means. Dates and addresses and coordinates. I think it's much more simpler than that. That's what Tom was telling him at the bottle tree. You're making this way too difficult. It is really very simple if you just put your mind into it and quit speculating. So that was a moment of clarity for me. Okay. And it goes into Dale's memorial at the swimming pool. I feel, and this goes into another theory that I have. A lot of these things that they're doing now, notice how all these things are really not marked. Okay. Like Dale's memorial. There's no date. There's no name. Here lies Dale. None of that stuff. Okay. It's just a bunch of rocks on the side of a pool. I'm not saying that these people are going to all perish. I'm not saying that these people are all, going to find their way home or whatever. But Fromville, I think, it's just like the bottle tree. They really don't explain the things that they do. So, like, when they do find a way to get out, or if they do perish and pass away, the next group of people are going to see these things that they placed there, and they're going to be clueless, just like they are clueless of the other people that were there. And speaking of the other people, I want to get into what the Matthew mother found out and left at a cliffhanger at the end of the episode. I'm not going to go into full details about it. But another theory that has been floating around, that could it be that one theory is, could these people have been there before in a previous life, and like deja vu, are recreated into another body, and that explains why they are so curious about this town. That's why they have nightmares about this town. Okay. Could they have, and I've heard this before about dreams. When people have dreams, and if you can remember your dreams, there are always things of stuff that are familiar to you. All right. And that's why people say, I think I had a deja vu moment where, I dreamed that I was going to do this at work. And then 3 days later, it happened at work. Okay. People think you can see your future in your dreams. What if all of these dreams that they're having are experiences they had in another lifetime? And that's what I'm beginning to think, because there are a lot of unexplained things, nightmares that they have, and they don't know why they're having these nightmares, and they don't know why they know the things that they know. It's almost to the effect that they have been there before. Now, a lot of people feel like Victor is somehow related to the Matthews family, and that could be Victor's mom could actually be the mother in the Matthews family. A lot of people are thinking that as well. So I'm not going to go that far with it. I do feel like maybe they have been there before, and they have in another lifetime, and now they've been born again in another human body, and that's why they have all these experiences. That's why they have all these nightmares, because they have done it before. But that's neither here nor there. Another thing I want to talk about is, the mysterious ghost that's haunting, oh my God, Elijah, whatever. He is having a dream of this woman, and this woman's been haunting him, and this woman said something to him in today's show that could be very beneficial to the people that are stuck in that town. And he's got a decision to make. Should he tell this in the town meeting? Because because the last town meeting didn't go that well, is he going to trust this information to somebody else? What do people going to think about him? People going to think that he's crazy. He's been acting very spooky since he got there in the first place. So people are going to discredit him and just think, oh, he's been smoking too much of that weed, and maybe that weed done got him spooked out. So you got all that. A lot. I think his name is Elijah, I think. But it started with an E. I know that much. Okay, so what are the town folks are going to? Is he going to tell the town folks? And if he tells the town folks, how they're going to treat him, or are they going to believe him or not? Okay, so I don't want to go into that. You guys will have to check out the episode for yourself. So those are my thoughts. Those are my theories. Those are my opinions about. And I'm gonna be honest with you. It was a solid show, but to me, the Polaroid scene in the episode 2 weeks ago, we just might as well just say that was just part of the show. That was just a filler. They're not going to revisit that moment between him and Julie, Elijah and Juliet. So I think that's done. And like I said 2 weeks ago, I just didn't think that was, a week ago, I'm sorry. I just think that had a little to do about nothing. Even though people on Discord was going on and on and on, like, this is important, this must mean something, right? The Polaroid pictures, all right? So, yeah, that's all I got. Look, I know on this channel, my old subscribers, y'all not used to me talking about television shows and things of that nature, but I'm very curious about From. I'm very hooked on phonics From. So if you watch From, just contribute to the video. Just give us some feedback on the video. Give us some feedback on your thoughts and your opinions. Be nice. Don't be disrespectful. Only things pertaining about the show. I don't want to hear nothing else. I may have to block those comments. And it just goes to show, when you start muting and blocking people when they want to talk about a topic that, they want to comment on, they're not allowed to do it. And then they wonder why they getting blocked, or wonder why they can't see their comments. Is because of stuff like this. So be respectful. If this ain't the video for you, just bypass this video, okay? So that's all I got. I'll see you guys later. Deuces.